Hey everybody! We're watching more One Piece today. We got episodes 539 and 540, so yeah, let's get right into it. But yeah, we're coming off of Jinbei mentioning that he is the one responsible for sending Arlong to the East Blue, which obviously a chain of events start to snowball from that, especially in regards to Nami. So I'm curious how this is all going down now. I'm excited for Robin, possibly discovering some new history here that she has not uncovered yet, because she's always seeking it out. Yep, there it is. And of course we cut away from it. So that's gonna be interesting to see what that says. Yeah, it's gonna be like 20 episodes before the princes get involved. Wouldn't be surprised. Oh, we're going to Fishverly Hills. Step on it. Can't wait to see this guy in action. Icarus. Candy Factory Town? Well, look at that. They're making their move. She's like, I can't do this. Ugh. What's it a picture of? Daruma. What's an image exactly of? I wonder what the budget is to... Oh! For his alcohol. Oh, damn. Speed. Well, they probably steal it. Nice. He's for Zoro. That's for Zoro. He's for Zoro. I was gonna say, who's talking? Oh! Called him King Hordy now. Oh, this guy. Zio. Shame it's all being ruined, because a lot of these towns seem fun. Dosun? Oh boy. Oh! Never mind, I lied. It's gonna take 20 episodes. Damn. Oh. What a right hook. It's... Oh my god. They were stomping on a picture of the queen? I'm really looking forward to finding out more about the queen. Oh god, can you imagine? And you got Caribou abducting mermaids. I can't wait for someone to kick his ass. Oh, he's got his eyes on the princess. He's doing like a Sanji dance. Oh god. He's like, I'll save the king at any cost, but they still could kill him. Nami? Yeah, look at Nami. Beautiful, beautiful dancing. We're having a serious conversation, so stop acting like that. The adults are talking, Sanji. It wasn't meant for Luffy. I mean, obviously, Jinbei has no idea. Yeah, I was like, everyone wants to know what more about that. Oh, I remember this guy. Clearly I do, so that was for our benefit. Right? Hope they're doing well. This is interesting. Sanji was a little confused here, knowing this information. Oh. Watch what you say. It's interesting because he's being confronted with this face to face with Nami being here. Now, someone who was affected by Arlong. Look at Jinbei's face. Like I said in the previous reaction, it's interesting how they're connecting all of this from an arc that happened ages ago. I mean, ages in terms of episode count. Aww. Bellemare? Bellemare, right? Ooh. Such a happy memory, and then just that flash to Arlong anger. Hachi. It's weird seeing him like that. So I wonder what turned Jinbei, right, from being someone who hated humans to who he is now. But what was the moment, you know? I wonder if it has something to do with the queen. Oh, those poor kids. Oh. Right in front of them. Oh. And that person starts laughing after they do it. Oh. Damn, man. Oh, everything Nami's been through. Imagine how Nami's life would have turned out. How differently, right? It's amazing what just one day can do. I can't remember now. Did they show, like, this so long ago, did they show all this here, these moments here, like her, you know, stealing and everything? Newly animated stuff for this episode. I was waiting for a dissolve there. Is Nami gonna come from a place of, I can understand why fishmen are, you know, feel the way they do with how they've been treated by humans, you know? Still doesn't change what Arlong did. Oh wow, so they've been friends and they known each other that long since they were kids. Wow. Dude, that's gorgeous. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, fighting hate with hate is never is usually not a pretty good recipe. From what history, you know, based off history here. Yeah, so despite all that, they were still being treated very poorly. Oh. So, like he just said, then the Great Pirate Era began and things got even worse. The fishman now was being protected by Whitebeard, right? Like I said, again, I always appreciate, you know, Oda exploring the idea of that, you know, yes, they're all pirates, but there's like, you know, different extremes to it. That's very true. Yeah, and like, yeah, look who the most powerful people in this world are. Like he said, I mean, they're pretty much all bigots. So that's why nothing is changing. If it's not going to change at the top, then it doesn't change. Everything else below that doesn't, everyone under there doesn't change. Oh. Alright, it's starting to... Alright. Fisher Tiger is with, Hancock, right? He was the one who... That's how Hancock and them escaped? Yeah. Oh, there's Jinbei and Arlong. Hachi, yeah. So okay, so they served under Fisher Tiger. I can't recall if we knew Fisher Tiger was the captain of the Sun Pirates. So who killed Queen Odaheim? Let's talk. So what was their hidden angst? Interesting. All right, so we're starting to roll out a little bit more about the Queen. Kind of a little more hinting at, her death and why she may have been killed. And it definitely seems to be in connection with all of this, with, relations between humans and fishmen. Obviously her and, what did he say here? The Queen and, Odaheim and Fisher Tiger seemed they wanted relations to be peaceful, live in harmony and all that. But then obviously, what did he say that changed here with Fisher Tiger? Let me catch this again. They're dropping a lot of info there in the last few minutes. Calling for parting ways with humans. He broke an unspoken rule. But he freed humans and fishmen, though. He freed all the slaves. However, having the fishmen pirates who went against the government made it harder for Queen Odaheim to establish good relations with humans. Sorry about this. I want to go through it again. I really want to understand what he was saying. Trying to weather great hardships and change the future, Fisher Tiger threw his future away to save the slaves of his race who were suffering at the time. No one can say which one is right. Okay, I was trying to figure, at first I thought it seemed like he was kind of putting them on the same side, but that's why I wanted to read it again, because I'm like, that doesn't sound right to me. So I want to go through it again. They fought for the future of fishmen and humans. There were two monumental figures. I think I took that sentence as they both were fighting for fishmen and humans, but it doesn't sound like Fisher Tiger was fighting for humans, so that's why I was confused. But what was their hidden angst? So obviously one of the little mysteries is how did she die? Who killed her? We have two, like he said, monumental figures here wanting two different things. So I guess we're probably going to be jumping into a little background with these two, I'm guessing. And yeah, like you say, they became part of the world government, this kingdom, but they weren't being treated as equal. It's and like I said, I try to tread carefully, talk about these things in this subject matter, because I can't relate to any of this. I'm someone who has never faced any sort of prejudice or anything like that. So I can't even begin to even think about relating to something like this and, saying things that, it's easier for me to go can't fight hate with hate. You can't do that. Well, yeah, no shit. But it's easy for me to say. But someone who's gone through stuff like this, any sort of prejudices and everything, it's a little different. It's different for someone for someone like that, and it's not so easy to say things like that, and at least I can imagine. But so I'm not going to sit here and preach and whatnot. Who am I to do that? But yeah, interesting stuff that they're really diving into the subject matter, though. Curious to see what more Jinbei has to say, and if we're gonna get a little more of like some background information on both Fisher Tiger and the Queen. So I'm really interested in that. That seemingly they seemed like they were two rivals down here, and then ultimately what happened. So I'm really interested. So yeah, sorry that took a little long. I just really like they info dumped so much right there at the end. It was a little too much, and it's such a short amount of time. So I really wanted to make sure. I mean, I might still be misinterpreting some things. It's just the way he was wording things, which I'm sure in Japanese it's fine, but with the subs, I don't know how accurate those were. But yeah, let's go to the next one. We got 540 next. So yeah, let's watch that. So I watched that part of the episode again because I still was like, they both were on the same side with achieving the same thing, right? They wanted what's a better life for fishmen, and better life for fishmen, right? But one, as in the Queen, wanted to do that, but also coexist peacefully with humans. But Fisher Tiger, obviously, what's best for fishmen, but he believed that we need to separate ourselves from this. I think I got it finally. I probably made that way more confusing than I had to, but I think I think that's what's going on. So we have two people, big figures, who wanted really the same thing, but they just couldn't agree on how to get there with it. Oh, we are getting 16 years ago, so I wonder how long we're going to be diving into this flashback, because Oda's known to do this for quite a bit, lengthy time. Oh, there's the Queen. Damn, she's doing it herself. Hell yeah. This asshole. Dude, I love her outfit. That's cool how I went to that purple. Oh shit! That was cool. Alright, don't fuck with the Queen. Hell yeah, what a slap! Dude, that was badass. Yeah, she's beautiful. Goldfish mermaid. Damn, look at her hand. She slapped the fuck out of him. I was gonna say, the fact that fucked her hand up. Holy shit! She fractured her hand. Damn, freaking pulled the pistol on her. Oh, damn, she's slapping him with the one that's fractured? Holy shit, dude. She's laying a beat down. I have to do this for him. Oh my god. Dude, what an image. She's trying to save him from himself. Oh god. Wow. Dude, what an opening, right? I wonder if she's feeling any sort of responsibility for the nature of things. I mean, at least that seems like that's what they're implying. Oh my god, I'm back to smacking the shit out of him. Yeah, it's a cycle that just keeps going. Gets more vicious and vicious. It's very generous of you to say. Now back to hitting him. My god. Hitting him. Oh my god. Then they top it off with a bit of comedy. To slap his citizen and sob over his story. She went back and forth from apologizing to smacking him to apologizing to smacking him. Oh, already taking care of her hand there. Oh my god! Your nose is running? I hate you for your own good? What? Oh my god. I mean, he probably could have just yelled at him or something. Wow, she really just put herself out there. No shit. Wants to move to the kingdom to Earth. Yeah, I mean, I could see why there'd be many who disagree with her. Going like, why should we have to, you know, understand them and cater to them? But again, what she's saying here, I mean, it's completely valid too. We only know one kind of human. Not everybody is like that. Not everybody's a, you know, racist. Scary. Yeah, just to say they're not there yet. They're too big and scary of a change. Especially when you got leaders, you know, who are so high up telling people that, you know, oh my god, look at them, that, you know, fishmen are beneath us. Oh, there she is. Fucking giant. She's got her daddy size. So, how big was she when she was born? Oh, look how cute she is. Your nose, don't smack her. Oh, good brothers. Should do by video. Yeah, but she needs to establish that, you know, that she's not... I mean, obviously everyone knows she is, but she's like, you know, I'm not going to address y'all and make you feel like I'm way above you, right? You know, she wants to hammer home the idea we're all fishmen. He's like, I can't stop her, man. Just gotta protect her is all, but she's gonna do what she want to do. And then you got assholes like this who come down here. Fuck, they even come down here and acting like they could still fucking run things. I was gonna say somebody about to stand up to you. And it's Jinbei. Look at him smoking his pipe. You make my sake taste bad. Look at a young Jinbei. It's a blonde hair, I see. I was gonna bring that up earlier, the fact that she cries a lot as well. I was actually also going to acknowledge that. It's like Jinbei's outfit looked like a uniform. They house children without any relatives. So it just became I was just gonna say, just became a place where just people just did what they want. Not a lot of oversight. So when Fisher Tiger left, they just kind of all went their separate ways. Oh, they're trying to get the signatures. Arlong and his hats. So we got a little more Arlong as well. It's cool when they can bring back 25 years old. When they bring back characters from older arcs in this way. Jinbei. Now that's why Shirahoshi was calling him Boss-sama. Ouch. Like brother, I think not literal brother. Oh, damn. This is when he returned. Okay. Well, okay, this is cool. You know, we only got like a tiny bit of info from all those episodes ago with Hancock and everything. So this is interesting that we're diving into Fisher Tiger. He just comes strolling back like it's no big deal. Oh, so he hasn't done it yet. And he even gave them the heads up, like, hey, what I'm about to do is going to cause you a lot of problems. Give me a heads up. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to assume they don't know about... Oh, God, I was like running into a wall. There it is. He went and did it. Yep, there they are. Paying a debt of honor is more important than carrying out my mission. Well, he just walked away. Damn, there's that sword. I was really wondering how Jinbei joined, like, and why. And this is where he begins his. I forgot my thought. Sun Pirates were formed. And I guess this is where that little rivalry there begins between him and Queen Odaheim. Again, I like when he takes characters that are name dropped, and granted there was a little more with Fisher when they brought him up with Hancock's story, but you know, that was Hancock's story, and then, you know, it's like, no, this is who freed us. And now we're going full into it with Fishman Island. I just like that he grabs things from previous arcs like that and then brings them into the current one. So this is going to be really interesting. And then we're getting all the, you know, obviously a bit more of Jinbei's past and all those things. And yeah, this is going to be really interesting. I like when they do this. So I'm locked into it. So of course, yeah, but yeah, like I said, and then this got brought up in comments. There was a comment or two about this, and I've stated it before verbally on videos before, but in case you didn't if you know you didn't hear me say, it's like, I know some people keep bringing up One Piece. I'm not gonna watch One Piece. Not happening. I want to watch the show how it aired. So yeah, I fully acknowledge like pacing's definitely probably gonna be an issue. That's fine. I want to watch every single episode. I don't want to skip anything. So One Piece is just not an option for me. So we can stop bringing up One Piece in the comments. It's just, I'm getting tired of saying I'm not watching One Piece. So maybe I should start saying it at the beginning of the video. It's here and there too, because a lot of people usually click based off analytics. A lot of people tend to click off once the reaction's over and don't stay tuned. Don't watch this part of the reaction. And then I'll notice the same people in the comments say something. I'm like, well, if you watched the whole video, you would have known I knew this already, or I've acknowledged this, you know. So, yeah, but that's not even what I'm talking about. That's just kind of an inside and added to the whole One Piece thing. But yeah, I'm really excited to learn more. And again, the big one is just like what happened to Queen Odaheim, who killed her, you know, because they did say someone killed her. Yeah, okay. I had to figure out if I had any more thoughts. Sorry about that. But yeah, folks, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. We got episodes 541 and 543 next. We'll be skipping 542. I'll watch that on my own time. But they threw in a random Toriko episode in out of nowhere. I got the heads up on that. So it's like, just throw that in there in the middle of things. I'll watch that on my own time. So yeah, the next video will be 541 and 543. So stay tuned for that. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Would really appreciate it. And if you're interested in the full-length versions of these reactions, particularly 20 to 25 episodes of early access to One Piece reactions that have not popped up on YouTube yet, Patreon's the place to be. Link in the description below. Pinned comment. No edits, no ads, no cuts. Everything's provided for you. They're all full watch-along videos, and people seem to really enjoy the full-length reactions to these reactions. So if you're interested, you can check that out. Link below. Obviously, completely optional. It's not mandatory or anything like that. You eventually will get those reactions on YouTube, but you just get them a whole lot early over on the Patreon. Folks, thanks for joining me. Really appreciate that, and hopefully you tune in for the next video. So 541 and 543, not 541 and 542. We'll be skipping 542. No recording for that. But yeah, see you next time. Bye.